Hello and welcome back to the bold Bavarians. We are once again rightfully in charge of the Bavarian Duchy. And what we're going to do with it? Well, that's kind of the question. I have had a suggestion to look at a different succession law. So we're going to start with that because I think that could be a good goal to work towards if it's something that we think is going to be good. So currently we're on partition. I just want to read through it so that you get roughly what we're getting. Upon succession, all titles held by the late ruler will be divided amongst their eligible children, with the player heir always being given the primary title, realm capital, and any direct de jure titles associated with it. Younger children will be given titles starting with those of the same rank as the primary title. If none are available, they will be given lower ranking titles. Your player heir cannot be preemptively granted titles they do not stand to inherit. Okay. Makes sense, that's what we've been working with. The difference between that and Confederate partition is that this one will create new titles, while this one keeps the current titles as they are. Okay, very straightforward. What is high partition? This is called all children inherit. Okay, under high partition succession, the lion's share of titles will go to your player heir. The rest will be divided amongst your children. Upon succession, all titles held by the late ruler will be divided amongst eligible children, with the player heir always being given the primary title, realm capital, and any de jure titles associated with it. Is that the same? That is any direct de jure, any direct de jure. Okay, fair enough. Younger children will be given titles starting with those of the same rank as the primary title. If none are available, they will be given lower ranking titles. Your player heir cannot be preemptively granted titles they do not stand to inherit. The player heir will always inherit at least half of the late ruler's titles. Ah, okay. So, just working out a scenario here. Right now, if we die, we will give away the Duchy of Bavaria, and the county of Ingolstadt will go to our son, Themo, who apparently has a... Oh no, she's called Elizabeth, we're fine. Somebody was saying that my grandchild was not named Themo. Grandchild or son-grandchild has not yet been born, therefore we haven't failed on that count just yet. Anyway, so he will be granted those two titles. Next in line is being granted AlpaxLP, which is the next one here, and then next in line is granted Falkenstein. Okay, cool. Under high partition, we would get both of those titles, and that's half of our titles, right? So surely these two would then just pass to the next child. And that's the only difference right now. If we got a third title, that's when things start to change, because the first child would then, assuming it rounds up, get 3 titles, and then the next one would get 2, and then, so on and so forth. So I suppose it could be useful if we were planning on expanding our title base to move up to high partition. Yeah, I can definitely see how it's better for us overall. Obviously, ideally we want to move to primogeniture, but I mean... It's a little bit far away. It's all the way over here in this one. Although, we're not that far away, because we have been pumping into that development non-stop. So, that's not too bad. I mean, what year is it? 1188. Yeah, so we could probably get it. Not that far from now, but anyway, we don't need to worry about that. Anyway, we can't change to high partition because we don't have this guy approving, and he's not going to approve because we just took his titles, right? False claimant. Yeah, okay. So, that seems about right. Or, did we take his father's titles? Anyway, we took some title and he's not happy about it. Okay, so that's fine. Just checking here for single realm heir. We obviously can't get any of these, right? Yeah, because primogeniture, heraldry. Or heraldry. So heraldry would be in this one, right? Yeah. Okay, and it also gets us high partition if we wanted. But then that's the eldest inherits, and that's not really what we're wanting for how we're playing the game currently. Although it could be interesting. That's not what we're wanting. I think I'm happy on that one. Right. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We usurp the Duchy of Augsburg. I see absolutely no reason to do that, because if we usurp the Duchy of Augsburg, then that will be split, because we'll have 2 titles of the same rank. What we could do is potentially just attack Augsburg and take the remainder of the land, if we did that, but yeah, I'm not sure I'm into that. We declare 2 wars, Swabia and Lotharingia. So what's this one? This Uta. Uta is my cousin and spy master. Okay. And what would we get from that? She would get these things and she would stay as our vassal, probably, right? Yeah, she would stay as our vassal. Okay, interesting. Does she have multiple claims? No, she just has one. And Euphemia, you would become my vassal, interestingly. And we would get Sundgau. Okay, is Swabia strong? 1,600. They have an ally. They're stronger than us, would be how to describe them, but it's definitely a possibility. Let's have a look at the other one, Lotharingia. Count Arnold has a claim. It's really far away, and Lotharingia are, like, significantly stronger than us. And then Rasso has a claim. Yeah, they're a little bit. It's a far away and stronger. It's kind of the absolute wrong situation. The problem with Swabia is that it's a little bit too large and spread out. That actually makes it very defensible, because it means that if we want 100% war score, we may have to go over here and siege this land, which means we have to pass over this Corinthian mountains over and over again. They can be sieging over here while we're sieging over there. There's a lot of running around. What I think would make that easier is if we had a stronger military base to work from. If we weren't equal on troops with them, say we had double their troop count, that would be a much easier war, right? We just use half our troops to beat them up and half the troops to siege. Easy. So how are we going to make that happen? Well, we could improve some of these holdings. Now, apparently there's a duchy holding somewhere that I'm missing. It'll be whatever the... Can I see what the de jure capital is for this one? I don't know. Probably not. But there's one that should have a duchy thing there on the end. Like an extra building, potentially. Ah, there we go. Augsburg. Oh, well, that'll have the Augsburg one. Is it this one? No. Rothenburg. I know I'm clicking on, like, many of these randomly. Regensburg? Is that de jure? Yeah, it's de jure Bavaria, so that must be it. Yeah. So this one has this building, the new duchy building, which we could potentially try and get back. We would have to get it from this guy. I suppose... Well, wait, do we have a reason to? We have a valid reason to revoke one of his titles. Oh, cool. I would like this one. It's tyranny. Excuse me? Just want to... no, sorry, I want to go back to the tooltip. May incur tyranny unless you have a cause for revocation. This option is highlighted because you have a valid reason to revoke one of his titles. I can't help but feel like I'm getting mixed messages from you, game. Anyway. Oh, I have a valid reason to take this title because it's mine. Because I have a claim on it. And I will not be a tyrant. I do not have a valid reason for this one. I see. Well, I do want this one. Why would he say... So he'd say no and he'd be in a rebellion? Yeah. Okay, and he'd kind of hate me anyway. Doesn't seem like a good idea given he has so many titles underneath us. I mean, he is weak, but he's still allied to the people he was allied to before. Yeah. I think we might have to leave it on Regensburg, but maybe if I can get a reason to imprison him or something, that would be good. Or, you know, a little, you know, murder never hurt anyone. Yeah, we could murder him. So why does he have these allies? Because of his mother? He has one of the allies because of his mother and the other because of his sister, right? Yeah. So he can take one of his alliances by killing him. Let's see what our chances are. Very, very low. Okay, we can't kill him. I think we might have to accept that we're not getting Regensburg. At least not this exact second in time. Okay. In which case, let's upgrade our current capital. Let's be happy with what we've got. I'm also just checking. Is it our best holding? I can probably do it better here, right? This is a very good holding for the amount of control we have in it, like Falkenstein, as castle level 2, and it's actually built up. This could be our capital, except I can't move it while at war. Oh, because we're in this peasants' revolt. When that ends, we could move over here and make that our capital, and then get control in it. That doesn't sound like the worst idea in the world. Yeah, I'm going to move you over here to gain control, and then we're going to start boosting up that one. Okay. What else have we got here? Sorry, I thought something new had popped up here, but I guess not. That's fine. Oh, it must be low control over here. That's fine. And then, if we're going to make it our capital, we might as well upgrade it. So let's grab ourselves, I don't know, tax per month. Yeah, let's invest. I think that's what we're going to do for just now. Then we're going to unpause. The war is over. Wonderful. I should now be able to move my capital, which I am. Fantastic. Okay, so that's now made this holding very good. Yeah, you can see how bad Ingolstadt was, because it was being held up by the fact that it had the... Yeah, it was being held up by the fact that it was our capital. So now this is our capital. We're making a lot more out of it. We're actually going to make an extra 50% on top of this, which means we're going to be making 4.8, which isn't bad. We're also going to be getting more levies out of it. We're going to be getting an extra 24%, which isn't that much, but hey, still pretty good. Right. Let's just go to full speed. I'm also noticing our liege changing crown authority. Do we want to change ours? I think I'm happy. I think limited crown authority is kind of where you like to be. I think that going up to high crown authority is a little bit... Yeah, it's not quite where we want to be. Although, it does do this. It makes all vassals who refuse title revocation criminals, which would be interesting. But anyway, let's not worry about that for just now. Let's just have a moment or two of peace. Also, we just lost a smuggling ring here, which means our development growth has gone up in our capital. Wonderful. I'm willing to release Emma from... Emma being my daughter. Okay, from your care for 25 gold. Sure, why not? Sounds good to me. I was told I had more children in jail. Ah, I have another 3. You're going to be asking 25 gold for each, huh? I don't really have that kind of income. My spy master has come to me with grave news. We do not know who, but somebody's plotting to kill my knight. Oh, well, come back to me when, you know who it is. That'd be useful. Right. War declared on liege. Empress Martina is being attacked by King Erich. So that's Lotharingia. With Lombardy and Carinthia and 14 others. Wow. Okay. For his claim on the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, I think you're getting it, mate. Please don't siege my land. Can I join your side? Hi, I'd like to join your side. I wish to join. Was it a faction? I cannot join. I was a little bit late on that one there, huh? Oh well, my land's about to be sieged. Luckily, we just moved our capital to the other side, so we're not too worried about it. This is Themo. Okay. Okay, this is daughter-in-law, though, so we're not too worried about it. Hildegard, sure. Right. Next one in here. We're kind of doing this one in order to survive, so I think that we probably want to go down something like carefree. Just lower our stress amount. Time between mental breaks will be a good one next. Yeah. We're kind of just chilling right now. Don't come over to my capital. You don't need to siege it. You can siege all sorts. How about Augsburg? Siege Augsburg. Oh, what? Why do I have 10 million blackmail things? You're blackmailing me because I'm a witch. If I decline, everyone knows that I'm a witch. What are you? You're some random person in France? Alright, I accept. Sure. What's this one? You're like 25 gold for my daughter. Sure, why not? I have that money now. We're gonna have another 25 gold to give him in a second. Child of my dynasty. Okay, this daughter is... Wait, is this a daughter? This son? We're gonna call him Philip. Sure, we'll go with that name. I hereby invite you to my feast. Sure, let's go on a feast. Sure. Every guest is gathered. And... Ooh, peace be with you. I've been a good vassal to you, but surely you understand I have subjects of my own too. My current contract is very restrictive. Surely you would see the wisdom of making it more lenient. And besides, you do owe me. What's he want? He's now religiously protected. Okay, so he's going to stay Catholic? Oh, okay. Sure. Whatever. Fine by me. I'm not really that bothered. What have we got? We can ransom for 10 gold? Like, because he now has 10 gold? Yeah. We might wait a little bit on that ransom. We can lawfully imprison Katharina von Formbach. Okay, so she is my daughter for being a fornicator. You know, live and let live. Right. How are we doing in this faction against us? Just a liberty faction. It's not really that strong. Okay, I think we're fine. continue chilling for a second. We're now up at 2,000 troops, by the way, which is pretty cool. We can declare wars. Now both of them are stronger than us. Well, that's fine. Matilda comes of age. Oh, cool. We'd marry her off if she was actually in our land. Also, I believe that there is now a new... Oh, did the Lotharingian guy died. Okay, never mind. I was going to say there's a new person in charge, but there is not. Okay, back to chilling. Claim on Rothenburg. This guy just got a claim on Rothenburg. Okay, sure. Not a problem. It's really not a big deal unless he presses it. We can host the Grand Rite, but I think we still have children who are imprisoned. Yeah, can I not yeah, I can ransom them. I'd like to ransom this child, please. I just want to ransom them so we don't have to wait for the ransoms to happen. I'd like to ransom this child, please. Thank you. Wait, which one is this? Betrothed can marry. Sure. Go for it. Sounds good to me. Where are we at? Do you have any more money? You have 19 gold? We'll wait like another month or two on you. Right, she can marry. Let's make it a matrilineal marriage. Let's get some more people of my dynasty around the place. Wait, we can matrilineally marry this guy? I suppose it's because he already has a child, so that's why he's not too worried about it. But we could matrilineally marry this guy. Sure, why not? Matrilineally marry him. That's fine. Right. Faction created against us. We also now have an alliance with this guy, which isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. Feast in Rothenburg. Oh, sure, I'll go to your feast. Every guest is gathered in a great hall, and our gracious host has welcomed us all to the feast. Wonderful. The conversation partner. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my vassal Count Gebhard goes on and on about the rumours at court. And that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? And say, please go on, and we get a buff. Say, why don't we talk more about you, or you're making a fool of yourself? No, I'll just lose stress because I'm gregarious. That seems good to me. All over my new shirt. We could all tell Count Gebhard had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. Simply rising from his seat proved too much for him, and now I'm covered in stinking vomit. And say, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, or what a show you put on. I'm going to say what a show you put on. Yeah, that's fine. Feast. Heavenly delights. Ah, what kind of meat is this? So rich in flavour. What are these vegetables? Almost sweet. Oh, these wonderful little desserts. This feast is some of the best food I've ever tasted. I must have played too many video games, because when I was reading through this, I was like, is this going to be like, am I going to then find out in the next event that I've been eating human or something? Yeah. No, I just had my life reaffirmed. Never mind. It's just a health boost. That's better. What a feast. I remember the days spent in Count Gebhard's halls for a long time to come. Now it's time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine, and once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Wow, our stress dropped to 0 off of one singular feast. Alright, well, that's good. What have we got here? Imprison people. Why can I imprison Wenzel? He is not important to you. Oh, I'm sorry. How about I decide how important Wenzel is? He's got 25 gold. Failed to treat kin. I don't even know what that would be for, but I can't blackmail him or anything? No. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, I'll take my 23 gold. I'm impatient. Till death do us part. My dear Bianca, I might not have loved you, yet I feel you're passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You were always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There are so many things left unsaid. She's dead. I barely got any stress. In fact, the stress... yeah, I got 3 stress overall from that. Okay. We now have a new first wife. Immediately moved up into position. And yeah, I mean, let's just marry again. I'm going to marry you now. Sure. I guess it's an alliance with Desmond. Sure, why not? I will do it. Hema comes of age. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer is a child, but an adult. She's got a level 3 education. Nice. Just waiting a day till the stats come in before we marry her off. The marriage was accepted. Fantastic. There we go, that's the one I was looking for. She can now marry. I'm going to choose matrilineally. Ooh. Claim on Scotland. You know what? Sure. Marry him. That sounds like a fun one. We're kind of just, you know, shotgun marrying, but we do have 12 children, so we can't afford to spend, you know, a lot of time on each of the children. We'll see if something happens eventually, basically, is my current plan. Also, another 50 gold. Hey, it's time for a grand rite. Let's go. Amnesty for false conversions? Crypto-Religionists may reveal their hidden faith. It's an open secret that there are crypto-religionists in my realm practicing their faith in hiding. Perhaps an official amnesty could convince them to drop the facade. Okay. If your faith tolerates their secret faith better than their public one, they may reveal themselves. Characters that are deceitful or paranoid will not. If you are independent, counties within your realm that have suspected false converts may convert openly depending on how hostile you would be to their new faith. Sure. Why not? I've never clicked on this button before. Tales have reached my ears of some in my realm who secretly practice hidden faiths, in whole or in part. Though I am a firm insularist, my faith has always espoused an ideal of pluralism, and it seems a shame that some feel they must keep their worship secret for fear of persecution. Of course, as the Duke, I could issue a public amnesty for all false converts. Crypto Watts? This is nonsense. No, all should be free to worship the divine. 0 of my landed vassals recanted their public faith. 0 unlanded characters in my court recanted their public faith. Alright, so that was a button to lose 250 prestige. Not prestige, piety. Good to know. Grand Rite. The full moon rises. As the moon rises in the heavens, heralding his arrival, I can feel my body responding to the strange energies in the air. Which one are we doing this time? Charisma, I think. As I lead the crowd through the ceremony, I carefully study their reactions and adjust my words accordingly. For too long, I am riding on a wave of their excitement, passionate cheers, fueling me as I build towards a magnificent crescendo. Once we reach it together, howling his name at the moon at once. Let's ask Nemo to give me a diplomacy. Wonderful. That's pretty good. Oh, is that betrothed can marry? This is Emma marrying Arnold. Sure. That's fine. Right. I can take another one in here. Thicker than water. Personal scheme success chance is stronger against family members. That's cool. Alliances grant... well, we have a lot of alliances. Alliances grants diplomacy seems great then. Yeah? That's going to give us 5 diplomacy. Yeah. Okay. That seems pretty good. General opinions vary up on us. I think that I'm happy with that one. Oh, talking of that. New wife. How do you feel about witches? I think she's going to feel pretty good about witches when we're done here. Right. Grand Rite. Until next time. We are done. Okay. So, I was also thinking we might want to start upgrading these guys again. Although I need money for that. Yes. Yes, that's the bit I always forget, is I need money. We do have 2,200 troops now, though, which is pretty nice. It's because we keep increasing the control here, so we keep getting closer. We keep getting more and more potential troops here. Also, we're making more and more per month. This is looking pretty good. I'm happy with this. I've been corresponding with your Chancellor, Count Udalschalk, and I must say that I have come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you're even someone I would one day be proud to call my friend. Oh, wonderful. Although I just realized something. We don't need that. Eugenia has come of age. Ah, nice. We actually probably want him on domestic affairs to increase our vassals' opinion of us, because we no longer care about our fellow vassals in the Holy Roman Empire. Right. She can now marry. Matrilineally, that is a very funny hat. Where is that from? That's a Greek hat? I hate to say it, that is a funny hat. Right. Archambod. What I'm very confused about is how he's lowborn with a potential alliance. Oh, it's a city. I see. I was just curious. Let's see if we can find, like, good traits. I don't know. Traits inheritable. Yeah. There we go. Genius. You're going to inherit a genius trait. Cool. That works for me. Right. Carrying on. Nephew taken prisoner. What happened to my nephew? He's taken prisoner by Duchess Diana of Lower Silesia after she won the Battle of Shows. That has far too many Z's next to C's. I don't even... Is that... That'd be Chosno. Something like that. I mainly want to see what he's got going on. He's got implicit claims, but no claims currently. Okay, because my brother-in-law holds some lands all the way over there. Okay, well, we don't need to worry about that then. Okay. Factions are being created against the current person in charge. We spent 50 piety here. That's fine, we don't need to worry about it. I think it might be time to grab a claim. I think that could be a cool thing to do as well. Is Nordgau well allied? Not well, yeah, actually, they're extremely well allied. They don't have much strength themselves. How about Augsburg? Augsburg? Oh my lord, Augsburg are well allied. With my ally. Well, with my ally, right? Or my former ally. I guess it was my father's ally then? Okay, well, interesting. Because I remember Adam and Amelia. So we can't go there. Salzburg? Salzburg can't have allies. You know, it might be time to, you know, fabricate a claim over there. It kind of seems like a good place to grab. Right. Let it move on. Yeah. I'm actually thinking if we could go heraldry, we could take Salzburg and that would actually give us an extra bit of land eventually. Maybe. Hamlets have been finished. Nice. Convert to witchcraft. So how much are we now making there? We're making 4.5. That's pretty good, I'd say. And it's 20% less than it should be, which is, again, not bad. We're looking at a lot of money per month. Aha! She's in. Right, well, we'll show her true self. And we have another witch. Fantastic. Someone else. My wife, Duchess Alfleda, is once again absent from our chambers as night falls. She's been distant lately, lost in thought and rarely seen at court. Am I not to her satisfaction? Is she simply busy? Or could she be warming someone else's bed? Nah, she'd never do anything like that. I'm not that worried. What's this? Beneficial deal. We got building costs down in Alpsy. Not too worried about it. Alliance expired there because this guy died, but we got a new alliance because, well, we got the alliance with his son, effectively. We can get somebody to educate my daughter. I don't know. Sum of all stats. Why is it default to sort by health? I just realized that's a really odd thing. Yeah, it should probably default to sum of all stats or something like that. Anyway, you can educate her. Sure. Right. Elizabeth can marry. Elizabeth is going to marry... I'm going to see if we have another genius down here somewhere. That's intelligent. Not genius, though. Oh, there's a genius. Yeah, there you go. You can marry him. Right. Cool. Let that one go through. My wife is pregnant. That is actually my oldest wife, interestingly. Okay. Carrying on. More money's coming in. More troops are coming in. Yeah, I'm happy with our current situation. We've very much stabilized quickly, which I'm happy with. So this is my daughter's child, who's going to be called, I don't know, Hartwig. Sure, that's a good name. What we got here? Nothing we need to worry about, I think. Getting ahead. Both Duke Kopke of Pomerania and I are held in esteem by our liege Kaiser Enric. Are we? Does he like me? Yeah, he quite likes me. Oh, cool. Wait, why does he like me? Are we just likable? Yeah, personal diplomacy. Oh, and defensive negotiations makes us likable as well. Okay, cool. Wait a second. Fellow vassal opinion, independent ruler opinion. Oh, because he's an independent ruler, he likes me. I understand now. Got it. I was going to say he's not a fellow vassal and he's not an independent, but he's independent even though he is also our liege, which makes sense. Anyway. When it comes to handing out titles, honor, and wealth, one of us will always be first among equals. The upcoming gathering at Lothern Castle gives me a chance to ensure that I'm the one with the Kaiser's favor. That's not how you say that, but anyway, we'll go with the common one. Fellow vassal opinion probably seems pretty good, or I can get a weak hook on this guy, which I would just trade in for 50 gold. I'll just get fellow vassal opinion. Sure, why not? Are you not meant to... I kind of get the feeling, are you not meant to say, like, I can't remember which way it's ran, but that's like Caesar or something like that? Or Caesar is Kaiser or something like that, depending on where you are. There's some fact about that that's in the back of my brain, and I don't fully know what it is, which is why I'm now regretting bringing it up. Yeah, sure, you can be Agnes. Why not? The power of scriptures. Bishop Rizzo often quotes passages from the scriptures about holy virtues. I should prove I have paid attention by quoting a passage of my own, preferably one which complements his personality. I will memorize and recite a section on moderation, compassion, or ambition. He is lazy, honest, and brave, so probably not ambition. Moderation, maybe? Sure. Let's try that. He was pleased. I'm very happy. Mental resilience, I think the next one should be. Although, know thyself is interesting, knowing when you're going to die. Let's go towards know thyself. Also, I could maybe try celibacy, given how many children we have. We might have enough at this point. But anyway, I think that now is a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.